are on the train to go get some coffee and some breakfast. I'm looking forward to some baklava and Turkish coffee. And we are here. So we are at a really nice cafe called Karakoygalugulu, and I got a Turkish coffee and some gluten-free baklava. As you can see, it's quite nice. Highly recommend. Alright, so we got the baklava, and now it's back to Sultan Ahmet, to the Airbnb, to go and check out Hagia Sophia. We are back here in Sultanahmet. Just got off the train. Time to head over to Hagia Sophia. Yes, sir.
Hello, this is Hagia Sophia. Very big, very cool, nice.
So one thing about visiting Turkey that I didn't really realize is just how expensive that it's got here. A lot of times it's hard to find food. It's hard to find a meal under $15, and a lot of the accommodations are over $25. And one of the things that's gone up in price is the entrance to a lot of the tourist attractions. For example, the Hagia Sophia now costs around 25 euros per person to enter. It used to be free on up until January of this year. So just keep that in mind whenever you're planning your trip to Turkey, that Turkey's not as inexpensive as it used to be. But yeah, seeing the Hagia Sophia is very cool. Definitely the trip out here, worth the trip out here. Very, very interesting. That's a nice view. Overall, I have really enjoyed the food here in Turkey. The kebab did not disappoint. The baklava has been very, very good. And I discovered salib, which is really, really nice in cold weather. I really like it. That's such a cool old building there. Alright, so we are checked out of our Airbnb and heading to a cafe to get some Turkish tea before we head to the airport.
Quoi pour la rue C'est, comment elle s'appelle la femme d'André Joubert? Daniel Joubert, qui est avec toi.
Minimum. So we actually ended up going to a different place and getting a traditional breakfast here in Turkey, minimum, which is basically eggs and cheese. And I also got coffee.
A regular coffee.
Filtered regular coffee, not Turkish coffee. I like Turkish coffee, but I like my filtered coffee a little bit more. It's really a very nice place. Food review of the minimum here in Turkey. Overall, I like it. It's eggs mixed with cheese, peppers, tomatoes, and some other things. It reminds me a lot of a scrambled up omelet. It's also got some Turkish spice to it. Overall, I'm a fan. It's nice.
Nice enough. You know, won't be flying on Istanbul.
Yeah.
So, make sure our cards have enough. Just follow this.
Okay.
Just gotta make sure. Arabic and we the way up the hill. Only took it for like 3 stops.
Okay.
So we'll be taking the one towards Heaven's little bag. Something like that. Heaven's little bag.
Yeah. So my overall summary on Turkey, definitely one of the more adventurous destinations in Europe. Really rich culture, very rich in history. The food's good. Just be ready for a little bit of just be ready for the chaotic traffic and realize that it's not as cheap as it used to be. It is a little bit more expensive to be traveling in this part of the world. Overall, I would recommend it though, if you want a little bit of a more adventurous destination.
Sophia.
Adios, Hagia Sophia. Till next time.
Next time. When will that be?
Probably a while. streets of Istanbul one last time before leaving and heading back to Greece. So I feel like the streets here in Turkey are overall quite chaotic, but there's also some like order and like logic to the chaos. Things work, but they work in a chaotic way, if that makes sense.
Are you going to die?
Alright. So there's a train station in the middle of the bridge here in Istanbul, which is kind of interesting. I've never heard or saw that before, So it makes me wonder why they chose to put it in the middle of the bridge. Probably for some logistical reasons, such as it may be a convenient place to switch trains for passengers. Something like that. Look how cool this train station looks with the blues and the wavy white tiles, wavy white decorations. I like it.
That is neat.
Yeah. The new airport in Istanbul is actually quite cool. Architecturally, I think it's my favorite airport that I've ever been to. They made it, I don't know exactly when, but I know it was recent, for approximately $14 billion cost. So it was not cheap, but I think it looks pretty cool. Right there, it is through this public transit station window. We are making our way over to the airport to check in and wait for our flight. I'm looking forward to a nice Athenian dinner whenever we get off our flight. It's actually a pretty decent walk from the subway station to the airport. They have like these horizontal escalator things like they have in airports. It crosses the highway and the parking garages. And they're covered, which is nice because whenever we arrived, it was pouring the rain and code. So if we wouldn't have had the coverings, it would have been a lot less pleasant. We made it over to the airport. Yeah.
Yes. How tall is it?
This place is really cool. The architecture is very modern. It's much different from any other airport I've been to. This part's open air and it has kind of like see-through, like domed like ceilings. I'm not sure how to describe it. And then there's a lot of glass on the side of the enclosed part of the airport.
It is after check-in but before passport.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not leave your luggage unattended at any time. Unattended luggage will be removed. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So yeah, we'll get check-in before.
We're going to the departure floor. So we have made it through airport security and we're waiting to board our flight to head back over to Athens. I'm looking forward to getting some Greek food. I really love Greek food. Overall, I'd say this airport has been pretty nice. I really like the modern architecture of it. It's really large. The food is unbelievably priced though. For example, I saw a Whopper at a Burger King that was like over 20 euro. The triple Whopper meal was 30 euros. It was insanely expensive. I am going to miss Turkey though. I've really enjoyed Turkey. Time to board the flight. All right, we are in Greece. Alright, we got our ticket for the tram and we are headed to downtown Athens to check into our hostel.
Seats again. You probably maybe sit down there if you want to look.
So the plan is to go to downtown Athens, Monastiniki station, and then check into our hostel, and then try to find a good place to eat and have a nice Greek dinner. Should be great.
Should. Will.
Yes, will.
That was my second.
Επόμενη στάση, Δουκίσης Πλεκενδίας. Next station, Δουκίσης Πλεκενδίας.
There's the Parthenon. We are back on the streets of Athens. It's raining a little bit, but that's alright. We're just about to check into our accommodations. Alright, so we checked into a hostel called the Pella Inn. Seems quite nice at first impressions. We're going to go check out a toy store that's decorated for Christmas, so that should be cool. And then grab a bite to eat. I think the coolest thing about the hostel so far is there's a terrace on top where you can see the Acropolis and it's lit up, which looks pretty cool. The Parthenon lit up at night looks maybe even cooler than it does during the day, which is saying something because it looks really extremely cool during the day. These streets are crowded. Alright, so we are going to the restaurant named Avli, which we went to last time we were in Athens. It was really good, so that's why we're going. It's right close to the Monastiaki station, if you know where that is. I think the cars are smaller here.
Yeah. Overall, yeah, for sure. We got some pretty big cars in Turkey.
Yeah. this it? That's it. So we had a very good Greek dinner.
Yeah. So the place is called Alvi. Or Avli, I mean. Rick Steves done a segment on it. I think it's a well and true good recommendation.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend it. It's nice.
The vibe is good. Seems like a roll open place. Not overly touristy. Not a some touristy, but it's not catered towards tourists.